It's been a while since I reacted to the preaching of Reverend Otabil, and today I decided to do that. Yeah! Today I'm come to react to a clip from one of his sermons on principles of gathering. That was the third episode, and I want to do it, so I'll play the video and I'll react to it.
Seeking to gather from something we haven't spent time investing in. So if you want happiness, you have to invest in happiness. You want to be treated well, you have to invest in treating people well. You gather from what you have planted. If you have not planted it, it's going to be difficult to gather it. So for everything we want to reap in life, everything we want to enjoy in life, we have to invest in it. We have to pray for it, we have to make time for it, and we have to invest in it. We gather from what we have planted. Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 and 17. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. Well, in the immediate context, Jesus is talking about false prophets and how to identify them. And Jesus is saying that you're going to know them by their fruits. But the fruit doesn't appear by itself. The fruit appears from a tree. So there's something that has been implanted, and that which has been planted produces the fruit. So don't just think about what you're seeing. You also think about where it's coming from. And Jesus says you don't gather from thorns and you don't gather from thistles. Now, if you look at the passage carefully, he talks about thorn bush and thistles. Thorn bush and thistles both produce prickly items, things that pierce us. Whereas grapes and figs nourishes us. So Jesus says you don't expect to receive nourishment from something that is designed to hurt you. So if the thing is designed to hurt you, if it's a tree that is producing thorns, don't expect nourishment from it. You know, many times in our relationship, we expect people to treat us well who are designed not to treat us well. You just know this person is never going to treat me well, but we still hope that they'll treat us well one day. One day they'll be nice people. Get it in your head. Some people are thorn bushes. Some are thistles. They will never produce figs. They will never produce grapes. And when you see a thorn bush, no, it's always going to produce thorns. That's what Jesus is saying. Because sometimes we expect things from people who will never give it to us. They don't have the capacity. Some people have no capacity to love you. They don't have the capacity. Love is not there. The tree is not a love tree. It is a pain tree. And if you marry it. So Jesus is saying, in gathering, you're only going to gather from the thing that is designed to produce for you what it is designed to produce. We gather from what we have planted. That's the first principle of gathering. Don't have expectations from people who cannot give you what you're looking for. They are nice people, but they can't give it to you. Some of you want your husband to be romantic. Have you looked at your husband? Have you looked at him? You said, darling. You call him darling, you say, da what? Da what? Is it dakwa or darling? What are you talking about? He doesn't have, he's a raw Ghanaian. Raw Ashanti, raw Gan, raw Fanti. Just accept it. This tree will never be romantic. And move on with your life. Love him as it is. So that's the first principle. We gather from what has been planted. Second principle.
So in relation to this, I always have this dating advice. I always tell myself that if I was supposed to advise my young self on dating, my first advice I'll give myself is I will limit my expectations. I limit my expectations because human beings themselves, we are all dishonest. We are all striving for perfection. So we need to limit our expectations and drop down our guard, drop down our standards so that we understand where the other person is coming from. I know it's one of the hardest things, but if you take time, have patience, and educate yourself on who you are dating, you would understand the person and know how to live with the person. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have self-respect. Just, have, or should I say, pray for the discerning of the Lord to tell you how to deal with a person. And based on what Reverend Otabil was saying, he was saying that sometimes you need to face facts and you need to know the truth. This is how I understood it. You need to face facts and know the truth on who you are dealing with. And don't be having ideas or romantic ideas for the person you are dealing with, or even in life, how you deal with people. You should just limit your expectations. And based on what he said, I would like us to make a reference to what Marcus Aurelius said in his book, The Meditations. The king philosopher, the wise emperor, said this: I'm going to be meeting with people today who talk too much. People who are selfish, egotistical, ungrateful, but I won't be surprised or disturbed, for I can't imagine a world without such people. So yeah, basically also saying that we should accept the fact that people are who they are and we should take them as fact. Robert Greene also said that we should treat people as fact. So yeah, this is what I got from the sermon, The Principles of Gathering, episode 3. And I hope you liked it. Like, share, whatever you want to do with it. I need your 100% factual comments so I improve on myself. The name is ADB and that was my opinion. I'm out. Dismissing. Hasta la vista.
And we say bye-bye.